Good evening, and welcome to another ridiculous version of Diatribes in the voice of doom. And here's your unprepared and haphazard host, voice of doom. Hello. Don't have my placard. Don't have anything. I have a shot of whiskey, which I will not down in one gulp. And I don't even know why I'm doing this. I just have to get my feelings out so that I can sleep and so I can feel like I did something. But it is June, I believe the 22nd. Might be the 23rd, I don't know. All I know is that this morning I turned on the YouTube to see what was going on, and I saw that they did what they forecasted was going to happen, and they overturned Roe versus Wade, which is the biggest thing that ever happened on the history of this planet. Nothing bigger ever happened. No planets crashing into other planets, no asteroids, no comets. Just the worst thing that ever happened in the history of mankind, because women have no rights anymore. Women are second-class citizens. And the reason that they're second-class citizens is because their rights have been taken away. Their rights to be the arbitrators of their own bodily functions. Now, life is a very interesting thing, and if you guys actually took the time to think about existential, just the way we came onto this planet and we're living, you would realize that life is a precarious and an amazing and a miraculous thing. And today is a day that is the start of the new Civil War in America. We're close to that. And the reason it's a civil war is because people are being manipulated. Everybody on both sides are being manipulated into thinking a certain way, and you can't do that. If you have half a brain, you realize your microcosm is a reflection of the macrocosm, and you have to make choices due to your own personal situation. So you cannot say outlaw abortion, and you cannot say make abortion free and easy. There's a middle way in everything. I'm going to try to explain it to you in my inebriated state, which I shouldn't even do, but I'll do it anyway because all I have is a Kindle. I have nothing. Everything's coming to a halt, and I won't be able to give you my brilliance much longer because I've already said everything, and it's coming to an end. Now, Roe versus Wade was an attempt to federalize abortion across the board with an umbrella of federal law, and they never could get around to really doing it. That's why it's been up in the air all this time. That's why it's been precarious. But when you see people out in the street doing a conga dance and doing some sort of a thing that we would do in our punk club, dancing behind each other, doing a little jig about women's rights, women's health, women's rights to choose. You don't have a choice. You can choose all you want, but I don't know what you're choosing, and I don't know what you're dancing in the street for. You want to have an abortion and get rid of your progeny, that's your problem. That's your choice. Do it. And do it, like, give it 18, 20 years. Kill your kids if you want to, but the point is they're dancing in the street for some right that protects women, and it's like, you guys don't get it. You guys are way out in left field. I don't know what you are, if you're human beings or not, but if you study life, you realize that it's a miracle that you're even born. So to circumvent or to abort or to say, I don't want the responsibility of having a kid, so let's get rid of it, you have no idea what you're doing. None. And there's so many permutations of how that all plays out. I've already told you, I don't want to have to go through it again, because you people are stupid. I mean, you're all stupid. There's many different permutations. Now, I'm so lucky I have had the life of Riley, because I had 2 kids and they both had problems and they both overcame them. But if the doctor were to say to me, now, your wife is going to have a baby and the baby is going to be mentally and physically disabled, where you'll have to take care of it the rest of your life, there's no way that this person is going to be able to function in society as an independent entity, because it's going to be mentally deficient and it's going to have no arms or legs. Now, what would I do? I'm glad I never had to think about that decision. I'm so glad, because I don't know what I'd do. Because if you have a kid and the kid is got no arms or legs and it's a vegetable and it's going to be fed all its life and you're going to have to take care of it, well, I don't know what kind of miracle you can make of that, but I think it sounds like a lot of work. Sounds like I didn't sign up for this, that I would have kids that would be needing my care for the rest of their lives. And some people do have the capacity to do that. I don't know what they do or how they do it, but they have the capacity to say, I'm going to take care of this entity for the rest of my life, even though this entity's never going to really amount to anything, and you never know what that means. You don't understand that there can be value in a life that, seems like it's not gonna be of any value. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that aborting an entity may be in the best interest of everybody. Otherwise, you're going to spend the rest of your life taking care of, a vegetable. Now, I take care of dogs, I take care of cats. They're always begging for stuff, but I don't think you understand what I'm saying. It's like, you can't be frivolous about abortion, like get rid of anything that gets in my way, because you don't know who that person's going to be. You don't know how many people might have been aborted that could have been the next Mozart, the next Newton, the next Hitler, the next anybody. You don't know. But life is an amazing thing, and you really have to kind of give it the benefit of the doubt. But I really have a hard time with both sides of the issue, and they're being set up to hate each other. They're being manipulated by higher ups. Who knows what their motivations may be, but I think their motivations are just keep people hating each other, because then the more they hate each other, the more they'll kill each other. And people are dying all over the place. You don't get it. They're dying everywhere. Nobody wants to see it, because if they see it, they'll see that they made a big mistake by following the dictates of those manipulators. But they're manipulating one side against the other, and it's so obvious to thinking people, which are very few thinking people, but it's obvious to the thinking people that they want to pit one side against the other. One side says life is sacrosanct, that every living entity have a chance to live. Well, that's all well and good, but maybe that might not be the best thing. And there's other sides that say we have the right to abort our kids because it's our body. It's not your body when it comes to transgendered sports. It's not your body when it comes to whether you can protect yourself. It's not your body that you can have a gun. You can't have a gun. The only people that can have guns are criminals that kill people and cause havoc. But you average idiots, you can't have guns. Protecting your body, the right, women's rights, women's health, men's health, transgenders' health. It's all becoming very confusing. And I think the bottom line is, if you want to know my opinion, is take responsibility for your own actions. Cause and effect is the secret to living. Don't put yourself in a situation where you have to have an abortion. Do you understand? Have you ever thought about that for 1 minute? Don't put yourself in a position where you have to think about aborting your progeny. I mean, life happens for a reason. So if you want to live a good life, don't put yourself in a position where you have to think about that. And then we won't have to worry about abortion and women's health, because everybody makes the decision that's best for them. And I'm not making any sense because I've been drinking. And I'm sick of everything, and I know everything's coming to an end. So it's hard to actually explain how life works, but take responsibility for your own actions. You understand? Don't put yourself in a position where you have to go to a clinic to have a inconvenient entity come into your life, because that person could be the next Mozart, that person could be the next Newton, that person could be the next Edison, that person could be the next Elon Musk, or the next Xi Jinping, or the next Adolf Hitler. I don't know. It depends on how you raise them. But I know that I would never abrogate my responsibility. If I have a sperm and it makes a human being, then I'm going to take care of that person, because that's just the way it is. That's the way it has to be for me. And everybody, I think, should think about that. That if they allow themselves to be impregnated, then both people should take responsibility for their actions. And I'll leave it at that. I didn't say anything, and it's not even going to be on YouTube. It might be brilliant, it might be stupidity, drunken bullshit. But I have to do my diatribes, otherwise I have a problem because I have to see myself. So I'll leave it at that. I'll look at my old diatribes. Have a good night, and I hope we don't kill each other over killing.